morning students and welcome to our innovative channel. In today's lecture, I am going to give you brief information about Standard 10 English and the poem number 5, Ball poem. Right? In this poem, the ball symbolizes our family, our friends, and the loss of ball symbolizes the family and friends we are losing. They are away from us. So the whole thing is based on not only ball or a small child. This is based on our life. If our true one or near one, dear one are not with us, so which kind of situation is going to arise, right? To lose them is a very worst thing in our life. So that is the poem. This is belong with the child or belong with the ball. Not only that, but it is with for us, for our whole life. Okay, so we are going to start the poem, right? So I am going to introduce about the stanza 1, right? What is the boy now who has lost his ball? What is he to do? I saw it go, merrily bouncing down the street, and then merrily over there it is in the water. So these 4 lines all about the boy who is there and who lost his ball. This boy was playing with his ball and he lost his ball where the compound area was there, and near that only the water was there. So the ball was fallen down. The boy was not able to control that ball and they go away with the water. At that time, he was not able to catch the ball, right? He missed to catch the ball, right? At that time, what happened? The loss of ball was not that much digestible for the boy because it was bouncing and bouncing, right? Bouncing through the street and merrily over there, it was in the water. So it was a big grief for him. Right, because as a small child, the ball is everything for him. Right, he wants to play with him. He wants to play with the ball, and at that time, if the ball is not there with him, so it will be a worst situation. Even in our life also, the most important and the most precious thing is not with us, then we have to face such issues. Right, the first stanza is all about that. Right, now I am going to introduce the stanza number 2. No use to say, oh, there are other balls. An ultimate shaking, grief fixes the boy as he stands rigid, trembling, staring down all his young days into the harbor where his ball went. I would not intrude on him. A dime, another ball, is worthless now. He sends first responsibility. So here there is no use, oh there are other balls, right? There are various kinds of balls also. But for that child, that ball is very important, not to another ball. Because when he lost that ball, where that ball was very important for him. So while he lost the ball, it was very rigid for him. It was very trembling, right? He flexed himself. So it was not a very kindful thing for that boy because that was the whole world for him, right? So the same thing happened. So it was a rigid thing, right? And all his young days, right? So merrily over there was in the water, right? So that was his responsibility to save that boy, to save that ball, right? His young days in his harbor where when he lost his ball, he was going to in the deep harbor, right? Because what happened in our life also, a very precious things we lost, so we are going to in deep sorrow, right? Same thing happened. That boy was very responsible for the ball. So here it's showing that loss of that ball is very sorrowful for that boy. Same thing happened when that ball was not there. So he realizes the term of responsibility. He realizes the loss of very important thing in his life. So the lost of ball compares his own life, that our real life situation is also going like that way only, right? The loss of things, the loss of family members, the loss of friends is showcasing that we are losing such valuable thing in our life. So with the dime here means money, few money. A ball is not that much costliest. It's a very cheap price thing, right? But this is not about the money, this is not about the dime, this is the responsibility, this is the term of the feeling that losing such important thing. So in the whole surface of this thing is showing that the losing of that ball is very remarkable for the boy, because losing such thing was going to cross in the humble way. And one thing also this is showing in the stanza also, that the losing of the ball was a very hard, very deep faith for him, because it was everything for that boy. So responsibility is showing that a small child is also responsible for a few things, right? He is responsible for his work, he is responsible for his school, he is responsible for his parents. So all over the thing, he is going to learn about how to be responsible from this stanza, right? Now we are discussing the last stanza, right? This last stanza is end up the poem also. So in a world of possession, people will take balls, right? Ball will be lost always, little boy, and no one buys a ball back because money is external. He is learning well behind his desperate eyes the epistemology of loss, how to stand up, knowing what every man must one day know, and most know many days how to stand up. So here in the stanza, it is showing that the world is possessing. So every person, each and every person are very possessive for himself, for his family, for his near and dear ones. So here, due to this inflexibility, it is showing that each and everything, each and every person is valuable in our life. So it is our responsibility to value them. Even the boy came to know about the loss, the knowledge of loss. He gained the knowledge of loss. He has to face that loss and then move on. Because after losing such thing, we have to understand that it will never come back. Right? To buy a new ball, it's not a matter of money. Right? Because it is a very cheap price ball. But to gain the same thing which we already lost, that is very important. Because in our life, in real life situation, it never happened many times. Right? I'm not telling every time, but many times it not happened. So this is the thing that we have to face it in our life. We have to move on and we have to face new circumstances. We have to face new challenges in our life. So with the comparison of losing the ball, it is not matter of buying a new ball, right? Because the whole world is possessive, right? No matter we lost the ball, no matter we lost our family members or friends, because that is not effective for any person who is not knowing to us, right? So this is the thing, we have to be possessive with our things, with our relatives, and we have to take care of them. We have to take care of them, and we have to move on for our future, right? Because future is bright, then we can do anything. So this is the thing which is showing the last stanza, that we have to value our things. We have to possess with our things or our relatives or our near or dear one, right? And we have to face that loss. We have to gain knowledge of losing, and then we have to understand that we have to move on with our next curriculum. So this is showing, this is the whole output, this is the whole story of this poem. So here the ball symbolizes the family, the friends, and the loss of ball symbolizes that we are moving ahead. We are losing them, and now we are facing that situation, we are facing that problem, and we are moving ahead. So in our real life also, whenever this kind of situation is occurring, right? So what we have to do, if we are losing such important thing in our life, then we have to face them. Yes, I'm not telling only face them and move ahead. Yes, we have to remember that, right? And we have to take care that again that kind of situation will not arise, right? Then only we can learn that next time if this kind of situation will arise, then we have to face that thing like that way, right? And after that situation, we have to face it, then we have to move ahead. So move ahead is very important because we have to forget our negative things. We have to forget our negative points also. Then only we can move ahead. So the story is not all over but about the child, all over but the ball. This is about the whole life and our future of our life. So I hope everybody you could understand what you understood from this chapter, from this poem. Okay, I hope you can have enough idea about the poem. Thank you so much.